Welcome to the David Bradley Show with your host, David Bradley.
What's up, all you crazy people? I hope everybody's out there having a great day. All right, we're continuing on with all of our craziness that we got going on. Caitlin doesn't have her hair pulled back today, so this is going to be interesting. And I think the cats are wrangled and all the other good stuff. So without a further ado, let me introduce my guest. She has reached out, and she is actually a friend of Taylor Hughes, who's a friend of the show. And Taylor, I guess, twisted her pinky finger or something and said, man, you got to call David. So we're going to get her on and we're going to have a little chit chat. Everybody, please welcome Miss Delaney Ann to the show.
Hey, y'all. How's it going? Thanks for having me on, David.
What's up? What's up?
Should be so fun. I love it. Yeah, I'm so glad Taylor reached out. She's a great friend and great artist. So
it depends on if you're having a whiskey night or a bourbon night.
She loves her a good drink, doesn't she?
Oh, yes, she does. Let me tell you something. I think the girl could outdrink me.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that 100%.
And I don't know.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's a pretty badass girl right there.
I keep bugging her though, because she wears that hat all the freaking time, and she straightens her hair. I keep bugging her. I'm gonna dump a bucket of water on her hair one day just to see how curly it actually is naturally.
I love that. Oh, you'll have to have her on the show and make her think she's coming in to interview, and then just dump water on her. See what happens.
That's the funny part of it. May 1st, Taylor is coming back to the show, and Kinsey Coppin, I think I said her name right. Did I say her name right this time? All right. About time I did something. And I think Taylor's bringing somebody else. I don't know if it's going to be you or Crystal or who it is, but we've all decided we're going to sit around on a couch in our pajamas, drink wine, and play music.
I love that. That sounds amazing.
And we're going to put it on the podcast.
That's amazing.
Because I got enough crap around here. I can pretty much do anything I want to.
So fun. Oh, I love that. I love that.
See, you might get roped in and not have to drive. Just hop in the car with Taylor.
Oh, yeah. Carpool. I'm there for sure.
It's carpool podcast.
Ooh, yeah. You can make some money on that right there.
I wish I could make some money on something.
I feel that. It's rough out there. It's rough out there.
Dude, I'm telling you, it is just, it's, and that's what kind of gets me, because I try to help out everybody that I can, and I keep telling at the end of every show, I don't know if people, maybe I need to start saying it at the beginning of the show, like, share, follow, subscribe. It helps us all.
Yeah.
I got to have a t-shirt made like that. But anyway.
Yeah, no, that's so true. I think people totally underestimate how much just sharing a post helps so much for artists, podcasts, anybody in music trying to make something happen.
Yeah. And it's on the YouTube. It's that little itty bitty button.
Yeah.
And hit subscribe.
Yeah. Well, here you are saying it at the beginning.
Yeah, maybe I'm talking about it now. But anyway, it helps out so many people, because that's what people are looking at when they book you guys.
Yeah.
Like when you guys as artists are looking at a podcast to be on, y'all are looking at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's only got 400 subscribers. Yeah, but let me show you the view hours. That's what's weird. I ain't figured that out.
Yeah. Because
the view hours could be like, I think last time I checked it was over 6,000 view hours.
Wow. That's awesome. That's crazy. That's actually crazy if you think about it.
Yeah, it really is. But they keep missing that subscribe button.
Yeah. No, I mean, numbers are so weird in this industry. It's so hard. You can analyze everything. But I think at the end of the day, it's you just got to keep trekking, keep going. We're all just trying to make it happen out here. So.
Oh, yeah. Now I got that song that's stuck in my head.
Which one?
It's hard out here for a pimp.
There you go.
My daughter just turned her ear sideways like a dog looking at me funny.
Oh, I love it. It's awesome.
Caitlin's laughing. Is that? Yeah, go ahead. Laugh. Get it out.
It's so good.
See, we have so much fun around here.
I love it.
Oh, Lord. And every now and then we throw burgers on in a bonfire. So,
Oh, even better.
things to look forward to.
Yeah, count me in.
Oh, God.
Amazing.
So,
how long have you been doing the podcast, David?
I've been doing the podcast for, let's see, what month am I in? March?
Yeah.
So that would be 1 year and 4 months.
That's amazing. And did you just one day say, you know what? I think I'm going to make a podcast?
No. I've been in the music industry almost all my life.
Okay.
Doing lights and sound. So I know all the technical stuff.
Okay.
And then me and two buddies of mine, after I got divorced, built my house, got my life straight, and quit giving other people my money all the time. I was getting bored.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get back into the industry, but I didn't want to get in it where I was getting ripped off all the time.
Yeah.
Because it's Nashville. They want you to do something for nothing. And if they can get you to pay for it, they will.
Yeah.
But I drive a truck during the day, Monday through Friday. And I was on the phone with two of my buddies and we were talking about it. And Thomas, he's a producer for independent movies and stuff.
Cool. Yeah.
And my other buddy, he does voiceovers and he does like extra work in films and stuff like that. And we were talking. His name's Eric. We were talking one day and they were like, David, you've got this freaking voice, man. Do something with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know if I want to get into voiceover. I don't know if I want to do this. And Thomas just blurted out, podcast.
Yeah, I love that.
Get into a podcast. And I'm like, well, I'll try it. So I spent 6 months studying everything about a podcast, built my first set, and then I was totally ticked off about the whole damn thing. The camera quality wasn't good. Different things wasn't good. And I said, screw this, got rid of the whole set and returned all the equipment. And I turned around and started buying new equipment of going back to my heritage, back to my background, you know?
Yeah.
And $15,000 later, I'm sitting here in one hell of a damn studio in my dining room.
I love that. Isn't it crazy how much you can put into your setup? It's wild.
Well, what's really crazy is I dialed in the boards and everything else. And of course, when Caitlin come on board, we added stuff. So we added another board. So I've got a board running into a board. And then all that runs into another board.
Yeah. endless boards.
Yeah. And then we added in-ear. So when I have people in here I can set up a full band, a 5-piece band with a cajon instead of a drum kit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody gets in-ears.
Awesome. Wow. That's crazy.
So, I mean, that's just things that we've done. And I'm trying to be the one that sets the bar, you know, just have some fun with it.
For sure.
And, hell, it's been taking off.
I love it. Ugh, I love it. I love when I hear people kind of just start something at a random point in their life and they're like, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna make this a thing.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Kids didn't like it because I told them for Christmas that year I wasn't buying nobody nothing.
Yeah. You were like, for this Christmas, you guys get a podcast.
Yeah, well, SM7Bs are not cheap.
Yeah, they are not. I don't know if you can see mine behind me, but yeah, they are not.
It's easy though.
Yes, for sure. I love that.
Go and get the used mics and the open box ones and all that stuff and shop.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I think I had a lot of fun just shopping.
Yeah. Oh, I relate to that. I hear you there.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, It's what goes on. It's crazy though.
Yeah. Sweet.
So when did you decide to do the music stuff?
Yeah, I started pretty young. I was
Did you go to church, do the choir thing?
no, not really, not really that. I was 9 or 10 and my dad had this old guitar that he never learned how to play. His aunt had bought it for him in the 80s and it was just collecting dust, and he was one of those people that was like, I'll get to it one day, I'll pick that up.
Yeah.
He still has not gotten to it. It still has not happened.
I know a lot of them people.
Yeah, but I picked it up when I was about 9, and there was a little book in it that, taught you where to hold your fingers, play different chords. And so I learned 4 chords, and I taught myself, I think it was a Sugarland song was the first song I learned how to play, and just started picking on it. And then I started going to every open mic night. I was living in Fort Worth at the time, which is like such a fun place for live music.
Well, Texas in general, because a lot of people around Nashville are like, we need to get back to that Nashville sound, and we need to get back to this, and we need to get back to that. And I'm sitting there going, go to Texas, you'll hear it.
It's pretty crazy, the talent there and the things going on. Like it's a whole different situation. And I mean, I love Nashville for so many things, but I don't know, Texas has my heart. I'm a Texas girl at heart for sure. So yeah. But just started playing open mics and begging my mom to take me anywhere that people. I would like take my guitar into the grocery store. My poor mom, like I was so embarrassed. Like how I look back and I'm like, if I had a kid that was like, can I bring the guitar? I'd be like, that is so embarrassing. Leave that at home. Like, absolutely not.
Yeah, but I get it.
Yeah.
And instead of the teddy bear, you had the guitar. So I mean,
and people would be like, "Can you play that thing, little girl?" Like I was like 11, and I'd be like, "Yes, can I play you this song?" So I just started playing for anybody and everybody that would listen, and taking trips to Nashville. And then I saved up all my babysitting money and all my gig money, and I recorded a couple songs and put them out in like 2013. So I was 13, and it was really fun. It was a really weird way to grow up, middle school, being like, hey, math class, back then it was go buy my song on iTunes, right. Just a weird time, but super fun too.
Well, yeah, I think, let's see if my timeline is correct. That would have been the MySpace years.
Yeah. I wasn't quite on MySpace. I think I was a little young.
Yeah.
But I think that was that era. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, myself, I preferred MySpace.
Yeah. Oh, they should bring it back. I'd get on MySpace.
Hey, it took me forever to get off of MySpace and come over to Facebook. But it was just like nobody was on MySpace no more.
Yeah. You gotta go where the people are.
Yeah. I mean, used to, you could post your own music on there. You could do all kinds of stuff. It was pretty wild. Yeah, no,
100%. I think we'll see something come back around, TikTok and things that could possibly go away. I don't know, but everybody will find something new and go there soon.
Well, I mean, I don't like. I mean, I've got an account on TikTok. My daughter takes care of it, and she posts stuff off the podcast on there. But I'm not a fan of TikTok.
Yeah,
it's a 8-second world.
I've started to like it. They do longer videos now. You can do like 5-minute clips. I do like that. I get sucked into it. I definitely go back and forth TikTok and Instagram. Kind of back.
I haven't conquered Instagram yet either.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I haven't conquered Facebook yet. So
I can take a picture and I can put the words on there and share it to everybody, but that's about it.
Yeah, no, it's a whole thing. And I feel like, cause I grew up with social media always as a thing, it's just like second nature,
I grew up and our big thing was, who looked the oldest to go buy the beer.
Yeah. There you go.
Whole different generation.
Yeah, different times. Did you grow up in Tennessee?
I was actually, I'm one of those unicorns. I was born and raised right there in Nashville.
Wow, that must have been a wild place to grow up and to see it now change into what it is today.
It's still the wild, wild west.
Yeah. Yeah.
The bad part about it is nowadays people just shoot each other. Back then, you get in fist fights and then you could share a bottle of Jack Daniels and that was your best friend now.
Yeah.
Now everybody just wants to shoot everybody.
Yeah. And overtaken by bachelorette parties, of course. And
oh, my God.
The craziness of it all is...
Well, it's like I told somebody else. Back then when I was growing up, Broadway didn't have that many bars.
Really? What was it?
There was shops down there. There was a place called Candyland.
Wow.
That had the whole bar in it, and they made floats, banana splits. You wanted a cheeseburger, you could get a cheeseburger. I mean,
this sounds like a Broadway I actually want to go to.
Yeah, the Broadway that's down there now, I hate to say it, and I'll probably get shot for it, but I don't like it.
I avoid it like the plague.
My big thing is, if you could coordinate every daggum bar to play the same song at the same time,
I'm in.
It would be the biggest boom box you ever heard in your life.
But it's like the million songs.
Yeah, when you got 300 songs playing in a 2-block radius and all the doors are open, all the windows are open, it's just garbage. It's garbled garbage.
Yeah, it is crazy. And yeah, for me, it's just those bachelorette parties. Now they have those like Hummer limos that have like hot tubs on it. And I'm like, that sounds like the grossest thing. I don't know. I'm just like, that cannot be sanitary.
Yeah. Did you pour bleach in that before I got in there, please?
Right.
Thank you. Something, anything. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
No, and my husband, so I was telling you earlier, my husband's military. And so it brought us near Nashville. And I'm so grateful because I had always wanted to live near Nashville. But, we do miss Texas. And I think we'll get back there eventually when the timing's right. But I'm trying to make the most of my time here and, do all the writing I can do, meet all the people I can meet and all that good stuff. So.
Oh, yeah. And, play as many writers' nights as you can and get the word out as much as you can, And
great studios here. There's some great recording. You don't feel that way? Wait, actually, no, I want to know what you mean.
Don't get me started. Caitlin's looking over a screen at me now. She's like, don't you do it.
Don't do it because it's overpriced.
Look, I don't agree with what they charge y'all.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fair. That's totally fair.
I do not agree with it. I mean,
it can be crazy. It can be crazy. I have not had to luckily pay anything absurd in my opinion, but I have friends that I'm like, how are you affording this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can
loans to pay for songs. Like that's insane.
Well, I mean, I'm recording this now. I record every podcast.
Yeah.
And when you're not on StreamYard and you're in studio, I'm still recording you live right here. And I'm from the era of, I don't want a guitar player in a booth picking on his own. I don't layer songs.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass. When you want that much control over something, you're going to screw it up.
Okay, this is so funny you say this. I just recorded 4 songs that are coming out throughout the year, and we did full live band all together, same time. I did do my vocals. I did do my vocals later, but
yeah, you always do the vocals. You do a running vocal track.
Yeah.
While you're all playing together, just to keep everybody in the same spot.
Right.
But then when you get done, You go back either same day or next day and you lay your finishing vocal track.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what we did.
And that is the best recording you're going to get.
No, and I was so surprised by how much I loved it and how it still sounded so quality. But, you know, when you listen to like when you listen to the Beatles, there's like little mistakes in there that sound beautiful and amazing. You know what I mean? Like not everything's not absolutely perfect because that's not real, you know?
Right. Well, when you start doing, me and Caitlin get into this all the time, but we agree to disagree on some things. And she does show me some points to the digital world that I do concede to.
Yeah.
But I'm from the era of we recorded live, everybody in the same room, and it was all done on reel to reel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we entered that ADAT time frame, which I love doing that, you know, but there's something about that little bit of grittiness.
Yes.
And everybody together. And it's just, I think it's beautiful.
I agree. And I feel like it's the harder route, but I think the result is there. And like, I don't know, when I was listening back to these tracks, I was like, wait, I'm actually so excited to put these out. And I'm so excited to say, like, don't fix that little part. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it sounds real. I feel like that's kind of what Zach Bryan is bringing back too, is he has a lot of things that are like, they sound real and live. I don't know his process, but they sound real and live and raw, you know?
Well, there was a song that Taylor Momsen put out with her band, the Pretty Reckless. And now I can't even remember the name of the song. I'm bad with names of stuff. I don't know why, but it's just me. But you could tell it was recorded in that way. Yeah. And at the end of it, you could hear one of the background singers, you know, got a record deal. Ha ha. You know, always something at the very end, you know.
That's cool. Yeah.
And I love that stuff because it makes it more, it takes it out of that digital realm and puts it more in a human realm.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's just like with the albums, the vinyl coming back and everything. You hear from the moment you touch that needle to that album. Yeah. You hear that little bit of background.
Yeah.
From the needle running on the album.
Yeah. The crack.
It's beautiful. I love it.
It is magical. I'm so glad those are coming back. We need something in this world like that to come back, and I'm glad it's vinyl. So
we need a lot of things come back.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like a good ass whooping. I know a lot of people need a good ass whooping.
I do too. So I'll have to call you next time I need a hitman.
What are you talking about? Your husband's more badass than I am.
Oh, that's true. That's fair. He is a badass. He's great. Yeah, he's infantry, so he's the real deal.
Oh, he's the man that takes it right runs right towards the noise.
Yeah, he is. He just got back from a 9-month deployment, and so it's been really great to finally have him back and you know, be home, and hopefully he's not leaving anytime soon. So,
well, you know, my hat goes off to all those military guys. I've got a ton of friends that are military, ex-military, and I would have been military if I wasn't an only child, because if I'd have went in, they'd just put me on a desk somewhere.
Yeah, it's a tough thing, and you know, it's rearranged our lives in every which way possible. And, you know, we're always moving, always getting ready for the next move, but it's been a really good experience for us too.
Well, yeah.
And, you know, he's passionate about it, and it's fun to get to support his dreams while he supports mine. So,
oh yeah. And, you know, it just, people don't understand, but the fortitude within a person that goes into the military and how they persevere the whole way. Yeah. With all the things that they put them through and everything else. I mean, my hat goes off to him.
Yeah, I always admire his discipline is like crazy. I'm like, I do not know how, he has so many injuries just from always having the mentality of like, I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going, and it's just, it's crazy. I don't know how he does it. He did ranger school and stuff that I just can't even like imagine doing. I'm like, I have no clue how you know.
Yeah, that'd killed the average bear.
They say it actually like can take time off your lifespan doing it. I'm like, that's crazy. I don't know how he does it, but he does, and he keeps doing it. So
Gotta love him.
Yeah. It is not for me. I always, when I meet people, I'll say like, oh, we're a military family, meaning like, we moved for the military and all that. And people are like, oh, what do you do in the military? I'm like, oh, no, not me. It's him.
Yeah, this is his parade. I'm just standing on the sidelines cheering on.
The sidelines, yes. So it's been good. It's been good.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
So when are you releasing some music?
So I just put out a single that I'm so pumped about. It's called This Ain't Country Club. And I actually kind of wrote it about, funny we're talking about Broadway, I kind of wrote it about some of the fake cowboys I've met whilst being here in Nashville. It's dedicated to them. It's a little shout out to the Tacova wearers that have never had mud on their boots. So,
well, that's funny because that's what a lot of us people for years, us locals, with the guests that are coming into the town and everything else, because you can always tell them they've always got that fresh pressed shirt, they've got the cowboy hat that ain't seen a bead of sweat ever, and brand new boots.
This is what it's about. This is what the whole song's about, and it's all in good fun, but I felt like they needed to be humbled a little bit, so I put this song out for them. And it's been really fun to have people. I have all my friends that are like, I do call out Tacovas in there, which is a great company, great food brand, but the lyric that I have in there is, he loves Tacovas, and that ain't wrong, but he's one shot in and his accent's gone, right? And it's like all these people that I'm like,
I didn't know y'all wrangled cattle in the middle of Washington, D.C.
Well, I think I grew up around like real life. My grandpa is actually getting inducted into the Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Oh, congratulations. Hell yeah.
Crazy. He is literally there's no one more actual cowboy than him. I grew up, around cattle, hauling hay. Like it's just what I grew up around. And so when I got to Nashville, I was just like, oh my goodness. These people have no idea what country means in the slightest.
Well, what's funny was my dad wanted to make sure that I knew what country was.
I love that.
So at 9, 10 years old, he had a buddy of his that he rented the house from him that was here in Nashville. And every weekend we were out there on that farm.
Wow. I love that.
I think it was like 1,500 acres or something like that. But if it wasn't baling hay or cutting tobacco, half these guys that you sang about in your song, they wouldn't know how to cut it, stake it, hang it, dry it, smoke it. They wouldn't know nothing about all that.
Yeah, it's funny. And in my comment section, I kind of sometimes, if I get a little hate comment, I kind of look at it and I'm like, oh, you're just mad because the song's calling you out, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I got to tell you this story. I don't know why this popped in my head.
Yeah.
All right. So me and some friends of mine, we used to go downtown Nashville. We'd ride the Harleys down there, right? This is when you could actually park Harleys and cars next to the curb. There was parking spots there. we'd ride down and we'd sit on bikes, and there was this one guy. These two girls kept coming up and talking to us. And of course, they had to have their picture made on the bike and stuff like that, And there was always this one guy in the background following them everywhere. And I mean, pristine white cowboy hat.
Yeah.
You could tell he didn't have it shaped at all to his personal preference. He just bought it and stuck it on his head.
Yeah.
Had a white rodeo style dress shirt.
Okay, like a pearl snap,
pearl snap, the whole 9 yards, and then had the big old buckle.
Okay.
Wrangler belt, Wrangler jeans, pressed. I mean, had the crease and everything.
Gotta have the crease, yeah.
Had the crease. And brand new boots.
Okay, yeah.
And he kept following them and following them. Well, about an hour later, they come back by. And one of them leaned in to me and said, "We cannot get rid of this guy. He has just been following us all freaking night. We're ready to leave, but we're scared that he's going to follow us to the hotel."
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, okay, there's a helmet. Get on the back. So me and my buddy, we gave him a ride to their hotel room and dumped him.
Yeah.
And he was madder than hell that they got on that freaking bike.
Oh my gosh.
And you could hear him swearing like he was from Maryland or something.
Oh my gosh.
That whole northern accent.
Yes.
And I was just like, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is farmland up there.
Right.
But this chunky monkey was nowhere near.
This wasn't him.
No. It was nowhere near it.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh.
But it was hilarious to watch him. I mean, it was just because that's what we would do. We would sit down there and watch people.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's too good. Yeah, that's who that song's for. Wish you could have heard it.
Well, I'm gonna have you got it on YouTube?
Yeah, I think we just put a little lyric video up for it. Yeah.
Okay. Because I know I can't remember if it was. I tried to listen to music and stuff, but I couldn't find a whole lot on you.
Yeah, I'm mainly on Spotify, that kind of thing. Spotify, Apple Music. I'm more. But yeah, it's been good. The song's been doing really well.
Awesome.
People are liking it, and we just did I just signed my first record deal with a small independent label.
Cool. Who'd you go with?
Synapse Publishing and Entertainment, and they've been really good to me. Small company, but it's kind of nice to be with somebody that gives you the time of day and actually cares and wants to help you succeed and not just kind of put you on a shelf and hope for the best. So
and want their cut every month.
Yes. Yeah. It's been really good. And I'd done like a rookie publishing deal before that. So we had a good relationship already. And so, did a little record deal, putting some songs out together and going to see where it goes.
Sweet. Now all thing we need is the big tour.
Yeah. I'm working on it. Touring's so tough these days. I feel like it's hard to get people out of their homes. Like everybody is just like,
look, I got gas a while ago and I'm sitting there thinking, even if you have a pickup truck with a wagon on the back, and dragging your gear behind you, I paid $3.31 for gas a while ago. And I was just like, you got to be kidding me.
It's crazy. Yeah, no, it's hard to make enough to get someplace.
Well, Dustin Spears, I had him on the show and he was telling me, sometimes because he loves to tour.
Yeah.
He loves to get out there. He loves his fans. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And for some weird reason, his fans love him.
Love that. I love that.
He's one of them crazy songwriters. If he thinks of something, by God, he's going to write it.
Oh, I love that. I need more of that in my life. I think of something and I'm like, that one can die.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he does a song. It's called It's called Titty Tattoos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he really just thought of that and wrote
Yeah.
it.
You know how girls get the tattoos up?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He wrote a whole song about it. Music video, the whole 9 yards.
I gotta check that one out. See how he wrote that one, man.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, it's a clean song though.
I'm so shocked by that.
It's serious, you know. It's
wow. Okay, I'll have to listen.
there's no deep cleavage plunge. It's up top, you know.
That's so funny. Okay, I'll have to
check that out. It's good.
That's funny. No, I mean I love touring too. It's just it's hard to do it. It's really especially hard to do it here around Nashville because there's so many people trying to do it. So I go home a lot to Texas. Have been doing a lot of fun spots in Texas. You know, really would love to go do some hill country stuff like Lukenbach and all that is like a dream tour for me. So
there's oh God, there's so many people I know of right now that are just if you wanted to go do a country, Australia is eating up singer-songwriters.
I am seeing that on my Spotify. I'm able to see where people are listening. And was it Brisbane? Somewhere in Australia was like my second most listened to city of everything.
Australia is just eating it all up. And see, 2 years ago, it was Germany and
Finland, maybe?
Yeah, there's a couple of them over there.
Finland. I have a friend. We've been following each other for 10 years doing the music thing. Claudia Tripp. She's an Australian singer-songwriter just crushing it over there right now. It's so fun to watch her. But yeah, I'm like, it's a huge thing.
Right. And I don't know, man. I mean, it's crazy. And then like for metal bands and stuff.
Yeah.
All over the UK and Scotland and all in there. They're just Evanescence has been touring over there and all these other bands. And they're having these huge metal festivals.
Wow.
You know, and I'm just like, dude, I just love to see country music do that just once.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to tour out of the country. Not there yet, but you know, I believe it's gonna happen. I'm just being patient over here. So,
yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, but it's good. It's been good. I'm gonna conquer Texas, expand, and then before you know it, we'll be in Australia. I'll invite you. It'll be great.
Hey, it'd be cool.
It'll be
I
good.
love it. We'll podcast the whole country. I don't care.
I love it. It's so good.
I might even get a cameraman and make him walk around behind us.
Even better.
I don't know. Depends on how much he cost.
Yeah, fair.
Maybe I can get him to do it for the experience.
That'll be as well.
Caitlin's cutting her eyes at me. No.
The exposure.
Well, you know. Well, I'm hoping to do some stuff with CMA Fest this year. Last year I did 14 live shows in 2 days.
Wow, that's awesome. Did you do what was just in town? Was it the country radio?
CRS?
Yeah, did you do anything for that?
I did a couple of shows.
Fun.
But the main thing I did was I hosted 2 shows down at the Underground.
Oh, fun.
So we set up a stage and what little lights they had and had a sound guy, bunch of stuff, and I just got up there and introduced bands.
I love that. Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, we had 7 bands one night and 14 artists the next night.
Awesome. Love it. So,
running them through.
Yeah, and then CMA Fest coming up.
Yep, which I'm hoping I got something in the works. I'm hoping I get. So
that's me too right now. I'm waiting. I'm talking. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Nothing shake out.
Well, you never know. I mean, if nothing else, get you a group of friends together with some flyers to walk around and hand out, you know?
Worth it, honestly. Yeah, just get the word out. I've actually got these stickers. So my new single has a line in it that says he'll say howdy on that first date and then put ketchup on his steak. And so I have these. Yeah, I know. It's just blasphemy. But I have these stickers that are like, it's the Ghostbusters no with like ketchup on steak.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
starting a movement, no ketchup on your steak. And they say, Delaney Ann music and all my stuff. So maybe I'll hand some of those out to people.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Keep my movement going, trying to let people know that that's just disgusting.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's
I just
rude to the cow, you know what I mean?
well, I mean, I kind of got to take. Okay, here's the thing. I can say it this way. I'll say this is a whole lot more tactful.
Yeah.
If it's prepared correctly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you give me a gross, disgusting cut and it's burnt, yeah. But even then, does it need ketchup? Now, I get ketchup on a burger. I get you. I'm not saying no.
I don't even do ketchup on a burger. I do mayo.
Yeah, I mean, that's even better. But I just feel like I can't see a scenario in which ketchup should go on your steak. I just can't.
Look, I'm not going to take ketchup on my filet mignon. It ain't going to happen.
Okay. Yeah, good. That's a good start.
I mean, after I let my steaks marinate 2-3 hours.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine ruining it with?
No, ain't going to happen.
No, my husband is like blue rare when we go out. It's like they touch it to the grill on each side for a second and it's done. And I'm like, okay. He's medium rare, girl. I like it red, but not like still mooing necessarily.
He likes it the cowboy way. Just knock the hooves off and slap its ass on the grill.
Then it's done. Perfect. Yeah. That's how it goes. Yeah.
I still love that movie.
What movie is that? I'm so bad at movies, David. I've seen nothing. I need to
The Cowboy Way.
The Cowboy Way.
Mm-hmm. Had Woody Harrelson in it and oh shit. Kiefer Sutherland. I think.
Well, I'll check it out then, because it sounds like my kind of movie.
Yeah, because they say real cowboys ain't from Texas, they're from New Mexico.
Oh, okay. Well, there's some real cowboys in New Mexico too. I'll say that.
Hey, I know, because I used to drive through there and you'd see them all at the small little rodeos.
Yeah, it's legit over there. We just went, so those songs I was telling you about, we recorded in Ruidoso.
Ah.
It was so cool. The most exciting experience. They had wild horses running around through the town. It was crazy. Such a good place. Literally loved New Mexico.
The way God intended it.
Yeah, it was so cool. I was blown away. I hadn't been since I was a kid, so it was really cool to go back and be like, oh, this is what I was complaining about the whole drive when I was 9.
Yeah. That yeah. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Yeah, are we there yet?
We were riding. I had my granddaughter in my truck with me. And she was like, can I watch something on your phone? And I'm like, no. Well, I'm bored. What am I supposed to do? I said, I'll tell you exactly what my mom and dad used to tell me. Look out the freaking window.
Yeah. Childhood. You need it.
You point to a cow or something out somewhere and she'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah, cow. Okay.
No, technology is like taking away so many childhoods. We need to just stare out windows and make up games in our head and all that good stuff still.
Well, yeah. I mean, when I was like 5 or 6, I thought I was a pirate burying treasure in my backyard, and it was every coin that was in my piggy jar.
Yeah.
I got my ass busted for that.
Oh, see, these are the things. As a kid, my brightest, most shining moment was I was really young, David, so don't hold me to this, but I had learned how to write letters, kind of. I was starting to learn to write, and I took a shovel to my parents' car and I scraped into the car.
Ooh.
I love you is what I decided to write.
Ooh.
Not sure how that decision was made. Have no clue, but it was. And we would see the car driving around town after we sold it.
I'm surprised you can still sit down.
Yeah. No, literally. And you know what? I even tried to lie my way out of it. My sister is 2 years older than me. She can spell the word love. I could not yet. And so, yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, because she ratted you out. Oh,
yeah. My mom had us all, hey, everybody, we're going to see who it was. Write out I love you. Okay, Dad, nope, it wasn't you. My sister Sydney, write it out. She spells it perfectly. I write it out. I can't spell love. Oh, found her.
There she is.
Culprit. So
there's the heifer that done it.
Yep, that was me. Classic.
Yeah. But that's happened more than what you think.
You really think so? That makes me feel better.
Yeah, because this is where you roll your eyes. I was married to the second wife, and she had a little boy, and we had just bought a brand new car, and he decided on the trunk lid he was going to draw out a road so he could drive his Matchbox cars on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the whipping was out of my control.
I was going to say, is he walking? Is he able?
I guess he is. I don't know. I ain't heard any of them. So.
Ooh, that is rough. That is a bad one.
Yeah, it pissed me off big time.
That's yeah. That's rough. That's rough. You can't make it up. This stuff is just.
It happens.
It happens.
I've even seen a couple of memes where some kid took a screwdriver and wrote "I love you" on the side of it. Or
okay, see, so it's something in our brains as a child that says.
Well, it's on that borderline of you shouldn't do it, but nobody told you couldn't do it, so I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, you're writing. It was a nice message, I was trying to be.
Yeah, it's from the heart. It's from love.
It was with love for sure, 100%. Oh, yeah. If I have a kid that does that one day, though, I'm gonna have to say, well, this is the circle of life.
But it's like if your mom and dad are still alive and they see this podcast, they're going to know that is something that has stuck with you all these years. Oh
yeah, they know. We bring it up about once a year.
Oh well, so this is your year.
Yeah, this is the once a year. Here it is. Hey, Mom and Dad, if you're watching this, you don't have to bring it up again.
Yeah, it's already brung up. And at the last time I checked, I'm actually being viewed in 20 different countries. So.
Oh, okay.
So you got 20 different countries looking at this now.
I love that. Hello, 20 different countries. That's crazy to think about.
This is the plus side of the internet.
Yeah, for sure.
Because literally I've got a TV station and a radio station in my house.
Yeah.
And I'm hooked up to the internet and I'm all over everywhere. I'm worldwide.
Yeah.
Except the worldwide does not know how to hit subscribe.
Yeah. This is your call, guys. Go subscribe. Hit that button.
I know, right?
That's what David's hitting at right now.
I'm hinting because it helps us all.
It does. Yeah.
And then buy merch and do stuff. Because that's what Dustin Spears said. I got off track a while ago, but he was out on tour and he was literally, somebody had bought a couple of t-shirts right there at the end. And that's what gave him enough gas to get to the next date.
It is so true, and like CDs are out and whatever, but any merch that an artist has, if you can just buy one thing, it will make the difference between, them losing money that night, breaking even, or making money that night.
Yeah. Well, see, I took some pictures of my t-shirts and I put them on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
And I sold like 4 or 5 shirts.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah.
And they were like, dude, we didn't know you had merchandise.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I've had my website for a year and 3 months. And up in the top where it says about and all this other stuff and, pictures, all this stuff, there's a little tab up there that says merchandise.
Yeah.
You click on it and you can order it. I think all the way up to 5X or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was overlooked.
Yeah.
Nobody ever seen it. They didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, and that's like one of the only ways that musicians are making any money these days. It's like, yeah, live shows sometimes, but sometimes a lot of artists take a loss to get there in order to try to sell some merch, and then streams, we're not making nothing on that anymore.
No. Well, I mean, if you got to bring your own PA and everything, they're not thinking about, this PA cost you $5,000.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you want to pay a band, if they're asking for a full band, I get a lot of offers to do things for exposure. And while I'm so very grateful for those, exposure don't pay the bills,
No. I ain't gonna say it, but anyway.
David's holding his tongue. Good for you, David. No, and it's as an artist, I am still trying to build a fan base and meet people and get out there. So I'm willing to do some stuff as long as I'm not losing a ton of money,
Right. Well, I mean, it's all about networking. Every bit of this stuff is all about networking, because if you can get fellow songwriters, fellow artists, and y'all support each other,
yeah,
it works out a whole lot better.
Yes, I am all for that, David. I think we need more of that in Nashville. I've met some incredible people like Taylor and Crystal that are willing to lift each other up and help each other along. And I think we need a lot more of that.
Oh yeah. And but that's the way Nashville used to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you can go back, there's records of it. I mean, just if you seen Willie, you seen Waylon.
Yeah.
Or Hank. I mean, they all hung out in the same circles, and they were.
Yeah, it's starting to feel a little bit like middle school lunch these days around here.
Yeah, they all trying to steal your cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
I never understood that. I really haven't. I mean,
yeah, I think it's like almost this mentality as if there's one spot at the top and there's not.
Yeah. Well, that's what kills me, because it's not only in the music industry.
Right. True.
It's in podcasting too.
Really? Yeah.
I was on, where was I at? I was downtown Nashville somewhere, and a friend of mine was down there, and there was another guy there, and he introduced the guy to me, and he said, yeah, David, he runs a podcast too. And I looked at him and I said, well, what's the name of your podcast? And he never told me the name of the podcast. He just rambled on about he was #1 podcast on Spotify and all this other stuff. And then he just walked off.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm like, you pretentious ass.
Yeah.
And then I started looking up on Spotify, looking at the top 10 podcasts, and his face wasn't on any of them.
Yeah, you're like, this ain't you.
And I'm like, you lying, pretentious ass.
Yeah.
I mean, I am what I am,
Yeah, fair. It's rough out there. That's a weird mentality I've never understood. I just had a signing party, and I was lucky enough to have some like fun industry people come. And so during my set, I got to bring up like a bunch of other female singer-songwriters to sing a song or two with me. And I don't have much. I don't have much room to help people right now, but it's like the little bit that I can do.
Oh, yeah.
I want to help people because people have helped me,
Well, it's, I don't like if you come on the show and you sing a song or something like that, I don't have no problem with you cutting that out and using it, use it because
I love that.
The sound quality is actually pretty daggone good around here.
That's awesome. I love that. I love that. You know what you're doing, David. Awesome.
No, I don't. Caitlin does. She's better at this shit than me. I'm just an old man.
Go, Caitlin. I love it.
So what shows have you got coming up?
I have the listening room coming up on April 21st. Wait, nope. That's my sister-in-law's wedding. April 23rd is the listening room. I
thought maybe you was inviting everybody to your sister's wedding.
I sure hope not. I don't think they want me for that. Now you're making me want to make sure I said the right date. Yes, April 23rd, listening room at 6 p.m. will be super fun. That's the nearest one that is like a public situation. So yeah, I'm playing that one with Taylor Hughes, which is so fun.
Let's see.
Tuesday.
This Tuesday?
No. April 3rd.
Oh, April.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out if I would be able to be down there or not.
Oh, that'd be so fun. Yeah, it's I'm not sure who else is playing it with us. Maybe Crystal. We'll see.
There's no telling. I mean, Crystal just pops up out of the blue.
Yeah, always. She's so cool.
She's hilarious. I love this girl.
We're actually writing the funniest song. I think they'd be fine if I told y'all. We're writing like a funny. It's about the testimony from the trailer park. And I'll leave you with that. You'll have to get Crystal on to talk about it.
Yeah. Now, hopefully, y'all be done with it by May 1st.
Yeah. Oh, we should be. Definitely.
Then you could debut it on the couch.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's one of those where you're just like, did they just say that? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I wrote a song with David Easterling and his wife Laura, and we got the first rough draft down and recorded it through the podcast, and I'm hoping we can polish it out and get it finished and get everything done with it.
I love it. It's a process for sure.
It definitely is. It's something that I've never done before.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And I just think it'll be cool as all get out.
Yeah, no, it's so fun. That's my favorite part of all of this. I kind of, when I came to Nashville, just wanted to write songs, and then I wasn't getting a lot of cuts, and I was like, you know what? I think I should just put these out myself then. So that's kind of, I'm all about the song is really what I'm in it for.
And that's kind of what I tell people, because with the internet and everything else that is available to you now.
Yeah.
You don't really need that Warner Brothers or whoever record deal. You don't need it.
Yeah. There's so many things you can just do independently.
Yeah.
I'm super lucky to have help, like sponsoring the music helps a ton. And lucky to have a label that like cares and helps me figure out and navigate and make decisions. But I'm also really lucky they let me do a lot of things on my own and let me still be pretty independent. So,
and see, that's what I like, because I hate it when they take charge. They try to tell you what you got to do. They send you an itinerary. You got this, you got that. You can't breathe.
Well, and like for me, it's like, I was like, I cannot do anything if somebody's going to like infringe on my creative vision. I know what I want. I know what I'm going for. I know what I'm here to say in the world. And if somebody is trying to get in that box, I'm like, we are done.
Well, see, my big problem with writing songs is I like play on words. And I like for those play on words to make your mind either be in the gutter or not in the gutter. That's the only way I play it.
Yeah.
I'm weird.
Yeah. Well, I love a good play on words. I love a good twist of phrase, all that good stuff. So fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
It's all fun. I love it. And see, if you just put your heart into it and follow, because your soul will produce all kinds of wonderful things when it's a happy soul.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? That's something my label and head and I were talking about the other day. She was like, I want you to be able to like spend time with your husband and exercise and eat good food and, you know, like all the things that make people happy. She was like, if you start to neglect those things, you're not going to make anything worth putting out, you know?
Exactly. And that's where you get the cookie cutter songwriters.
Yeah, the same formula over and over again.
Yeah.
For sure.
Formulas change. I mean, I might go to bed and wake up tomorrow and say, yeah, screw this damn thing. I'm going to change the whole format and talk about relationships.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know. That's the fun part. Yeah, you never know.
I'm divorced 3 times. Who the hell can I tell about a damn relationship?
You know what, David? Maybe that makes you even more qualified.
I don't know.
I think everybody's got a little wisdom to share. You never know. Maybe that'll be your next thing.
I'll give you some wisdom that my granddaddy told me at 12 years old, and I wish the hell I'd have paid attention to him.
Yeah.
And it was very simple. He said, son, sometimes it's better to be alone and have peace of mind than it is to have a peace and be out of your mind.
That's actually so funny. Oh, I love that.
That's a song in itself right there.
Oh, I'm like, who's written that? That's so good.
You go write it.
Okay. Right. I love that. That's so funny.
Yeah. And, you know, that's just stuff I grew up with, you know, being around grandparents and,
yeah,
you know, being an only child. I mean, hell, I didn't have nobody else to run around with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except the neighborhood kids.
Yeah.
Then we just try to shoot each other with BB guns and stuff.
That's awesome.
We had a 2-pump rule if you had an air rifle and pump rifle.
That is so awesome. I love that. My husband always tells stories about sitting in a tree as a kid with a BB gun, just waiting for someone to walk by for hours. And
you can tell him I still have. My daddy got it for me when I was 9 years old, and it came with a holster, and I still have the holster.
Oh my gosh.
And the BB gun that was designed just like a Colt 45.
No way. That's awesome.
Yes. And it still works.
I love that so much. I love that so much.
I mean, it was one of those things that I just held on to all these years. It was a piece of, you know, Americana, and we did the same thing. We had forts, we had, you know, tree spots and everything else, you know.
Yeah.
And we would all gather in an empty lot that was across the street. And dude, there was times I'd go home, I looked like I had the measles.
That is awesome. I love that so much. That sounds like a good childhood right there.
Yeah. But you can't do that no more.
Boo.
Somebody get offended.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Well, girlfriend, I'm so glad you came on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me, letting me chat about music and all the things. I love when an interview is, you know, all the things, not just, hey, when's this, when's this. It's so fun.
What I always love, there's that one question, no matter where you go, somebody always asks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who was your biggest influence?
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. I love when I get a couple interesting questions thrown in the mix. So thank you for providing a fun a fun environment. I hope I can come hang out at the table sometime.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. Just get in touch with Julie, and Julie might be getting in touch with you and telling you, hey, David's got this planned. You want to be a part of it. So
love it. So fun. Oh, well, thanks for having me.
No problem. I appreciate you being on. And do you have, I don't have your website or nothing in front of me.
Yeah, it's just DelaneyAnn.com.
And you're on Instagram.
Yep,
Did you say you're on TikTok?
Yeah, it's my Instagram is at Delaney Ann Music, but my TikTok is at Delaney Songs.
Okay.
Just because my username was taken. I think it was taken by me and I just can't log into it.
I've actually done that. That's why on Instagram it's David Bradley Podcast.
Yeah.
And because I created it, but then I couldn't remember the password.
I think I did the exact. I've even reached out to TikTok to try to get it. Nothing. Well, yeah. I was like, it's working for me. So we'll roll with it.
Now I've got a book that has all my.
That's smart.
Yeah, because I mean, I've got so many of them with all this, and.
Yeah, and they make you change your password. You can't have one password. Everything wants something different. We need to fix that in the world. Everything needs to be the same. It's so annoying. I hate that.
Well, I mean, it keeps cameras away, I guess. I don't know.
Yes. Okay.
We'll just do what we can do nowadays.
Yep. Well, sounds good. Thanks for having me on, and let me know if you need anything from me. I'll be reposting and sharing this and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the key thing. I mean, if you do something and you're a part of it and you're wanting to get your name out there and everything else, then you need to share it.
Yeah. No, I'll be posting it up. I'll keep it on my story a couple times and all that.
There's been people that's been on here that I ain't even shared it.
That's crazy to me.
I know. What's crazy to me is how they get the numbers they do.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild out there.
Some of them will be 12 views. Some of them will be 184.
Wow. That's wild.
You never know. I mean, it's crazy.
You never know.
All right. Well, Caitlin's going to put you in the green room so I can holler back at you. And I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody good night. And we appreciate you being on.
Thanks for having me.
See you soon. All right, y'all. So anyway, y'all be sure to check out Delaney Ann. I'm loving that whole song that she was talking about. So if y'all can, go to Spotify, listen to it, and it will be all kinds of good stuff for you. I'm glad so many people now are picking on people that come into town that Anyway, y'all go check out the song. Check out Delaney Ann, DelaneyAnn.com. It will be on the pages where I post the YouTube and the Buzzsprout stuff. So y'all can click on it there too and check her out. Anyway, y'all remember, like, share, follow, subscribe. See it scrolling right there on the bottom of your screen? Hang on. Here comes another one. There we go. Let me get my hands where it needs to be. There we go. Like, share, follow, subscribe. On YouTube, it's a little red button. It's 1.5 inches, 2 inches away. Click it, and we'll all love you for it, because when you follow and like and share and subscribe, it helps us all, whether you're an artist, a podcaster, grandma with a great baking tip for you. I mean, there's all kinds of things that helps everybody worldwide. So we appreciate it, and we'll holler at y'all later. Love you. Mean it. Toodles.